Hello. Happy Friday. Let me see if this, I always feel like I'm messing these things up. I'm so not tech savvy. All right, so moms, we made it through our first week of remote learning. And thank God for these teachers because they're beyond amazing. I could never do what they do. I have no interest in doing what they do, so I need this to end so I don't ever have to do what they do. So anyway, I wanted to hop on here amidst of all this absolute craziness. I hope everyone is staying safe and hanging in there, making the most of this crazy situation that we're in. Hopefully it's a chance for parents to be with their kids who normally would be at work. But I wanted to talk about what we can learn from this situation. So my grandmother, who I love more than anyone, always said that everything happens for a reason. And I've always believed this. And even when we can't understand the reason, even when we're like, why the heck would something like this happen? I just believe everything happens for a reason. And even when it seems like, why would this happen? It's a way of life redirecting us or teaching us lessons. Like there's something we need to learn from these things, right? We need to take these lessons and learn from them. And so I wanted to share a story. Back in, 2008, the market crashed. And my husband and I were like, well, we're okay because we had no money in the market. So we thought we were totally fine. All of our money was in real estate because my husband's a builder. And it took a while for the housing market to catch up. So we were okay for a while. By the end of 2012, the housing market tanked. We were still okay for a little while because he was in the middle of jobs. So we were okay. But by the beginning of 2014, we were up a creek. Like we were in a bad place and it was really, really scary. And I had always assumed that we were just fine, right? My husband had a great business that he spent decades building. He's unbelievable at what he does and, just always provided for us. And I thought we're fine. But at that moment, we weren't fine. And it was scary. And that was the first time that I realized there are no guarantees in life. Nothing is guaranteed. Except the only guarantee is that nothing's guaranteed, right? So I would say nothing, the only guarantee is that nothing's guaranteed, right? And it was in that moment that I was like, we need a plan B. We always just depended on his business and assumed it's going to be fine and everything's okay and it's always going to work out. And it was in that moment, I was like, we need a plan B. I didn't ever want to be in that situation again where we felt like we were paralyzed and totally stuck and had no answers. And so it was at that time that I was introduced to network marketing, and I joined it because, again, we needed a plan B, and that was our plan B. And it very quickly became our plan A for a very long time, and it supported my family financially for a very long time and still helps to do so. And I'm so grateful that I took that opportunity and ran with it. And so what I want people to realize is we have to take the lessons from what's going on right now, and we have to be prepared. And I think sometimes we live our lives and we just, like my husband and I, we assume everything's going to be okay, right? It's like this little bubble and we think, we're good. I have a good job. I make good money. The economy's good. We're fine, right? We're fine. But the reality is, again, nothing is guaranteed ever. And so we have to realize that when this situation ends, right, which it will, but then there's going to be something else, right? We can't just get through coronavirus and think, well, that's it. We're done. Look at Puerto Rico. Look at what they went through for years and are still recovering from. So there's going to be hurricanes, tornadoes, forest fires, natural disasters happen all the time. Businesses shut down, layoffs happen, illness happens, life happens. And so we have to be really careful that we're not convincing ourselves that we're just fine. Because again, when this passes, there's going to be something else. And we need to learn from this. And we can't just think okay, back to life as usual and I'm fine again. You want a plan B before you need a plan B. That's the whole point of a plan B. And they say, hope for the best but prepare for the worst, right? Hopefully you never ever need it, right? And maybe you never will, and that'd be amazing. But you want it before you need it. Okay, so again, for me, my plan B was network marketing, and it saved us. It literally saved us, and that's why I love it so much. And it's been one of the best decisions of my life. And maybe that's a fit for you. Maybe that's something you're considering. Great. I'll be happy to share my story and tell you everything that I did and went through. But even if it's not, have a backup plan, have some backup plan. There are tons of successful entrepreneurs out there who have side hustles. It is becoming the norm, not the exception, to have a side hustle. And side hustles aren't just for us stay-at-home moms. Side hustles are for people who have full-time jobs but want that backup plan, whether it's to get out of their full-time job, to make extra income, or just to have security, right? There's tons of things you can do now. We live in a virtual world. So take this opportunity and learn from it, and have a backup plan, have a plan B. Again, have a plan B before you need a plan B, okay? So reach out. If I'm happy to share my story. If there's anything I can help with, I can connect you with entrepreneurs that I know who do all kinds of different things online, from home, virtually. But we've got to take the lessons from this and be prepared, and stop thinking that we're okay and that we're safe, because if this doesn't teach us that anything can happen at any time, I don't know what will, right? So we're going to get through this. We pray nothing of this magnitude ever happens again, but wouldn't it be nice to be completely prepared for when it does, right? So have a plan B. There are no guarantees, all right? Reach out. I'm happy to help in any way. Share my story, what's worked for me, connect you with other entrepreneurs that do all kinds of online businesses on the side, around full-time jobs, around kids. There's tons of opportunities, all right? Stay safe. Enjoy the time with your loved ones. Good luck homeschooling moms. And reach out if I can help in any way, all right? Take care.